Viewers, welcome again to our family program, The Living Room, right here on Equa Television. In the studio with me this afternoon or evening is Mrs. Ibe Namo, who has been with us many times. And my name is Amaka Ocheke.
Good evening, viewers.
Yes, good evening, everybody. And today we've decided to talk about something very interesting, especially based on the call we got last time when we were here. We couldn't answer the questions from the person, but we decided to deal with the issue and at the end of the day be able to answer the questions of the caller and probably questions of other people too. And we hope that as we go on, we will hear your inputs later in the program when our phone lines will be open to hear from you. So today we'll be talking about friendship. Friendship. And we'll start with you again. Ivy. So in your own words, what exactly is friendship?
I wish I had checked the dictionary before I came.
But
then
yes,
I think friendship is relating with somebody else, relating. It might be platonic, it might be intimate, friendship generally is just relating with other people,
Okay, I'm asking that because I think friendship probably would have some more depth in the way people relate, because you can relate to people in your office, and they are not your friends. Yeah. You relate with people, you may have customers in the market. They are not necessarily your friends. But is to start talking. I see boss, Oga at the top, my guy, Oga, and they shake hands, they talk about the issue, but later I find out they don't even know each other's names. They've lived on that street together for the last 3 years, 5 years, and everybody's still calling each other boss, Oga at the top, my guy, and all that. Is that really friendship?
Yeah, friendship goes beyond just knowing somebody by the fact that the person lives in your neighborhood or works in your office. Friendship may go a little further to know who this person is, what does he do, where does he live, does he have challenges, does he like talking like us, or is he a quiet person? So friendship may actually go beyond just relating on a superficial basis. So friendship can take you. That's why friendships sometimes are defined. There are just casual friends, and then there are intimate friends, and all that. So friendship can really be intimate. Depends on what you actually want from someone, whether in your neighborhood, in your office, in your class. It depends on what you are looking for from someone. And okay. Somebody has said that one of the things we don't actually pray for is friends. We just think that it happens. But I think that as you go on daily basis, you should learn to pray that God should give you good friends. Because some friends may turn your life upside down. Some friends, the Yoruba people will say that you ask somebody to blow your eye and he has pepper in his mouth. You ask him to pat your back and he's having thorns in his palm. So
it worsens your situation.
So if that's the kind of friends you have. And, some people have said that some friends even stick closer than brothers. So it doesn't have to be by blood. You can actually be very close to some persons,
because it's good to be clear who a friend is, so that in the relationship, it's clear to you who your friend is, if this person is really a friend or if just an acquaintance or somebody that you know. Because sometimes if the distinction and the definition is not clear to us, we call everybody friend. And sometimes that's what lands people in trouble. So I think friendship, there's depth in friendship. As you relate with the person, there's depth. As you said, you know the person, and you get to know the person. And then it's also somebody who looks out for you. As you said, he's not somebody that you say, pat my back, and he's with thorns on his hand or you say blow my eyes, pepper in his mouth. But it's somebody who looks out for your welfare, seeks your welfare, and wishes you well. And not just wishes you well in his heart or her heart, but goes out of his or her way to seek to do things to make your life better. I think that's what a friend should be, so that when people are looking at relationships and defining the relationship, they should know who is their friend or not. Because I also notice sometimes people are looking or assuming friendships in the wrong places, and that gets them in trouble. For example, in the office, if you are at work and you expect that in the office people should care for you, when you're looking sad, everybody should be asking you what is the problem and seeing how to solve the problem. I think you run into trouble there, because we are at the office to work. We are not here for caring for you. If God blesses you and gives you Jared in your office, people are concerned about you and are looking for you. Oh, that's fantastic. But I don't think people should go to work, to the office, thinking that people...
You know, in the office, you may have a friend, but don't think that everybody is your friend in the office.
And don't assume that people should do friendship things to you because you work in the same place.
Together, so you expect from them, you know, you just expect that they must look out for you. They also have their own problems, and maybe they have kept their own problem at home and came to the office to do the job and go back to pick their own problems. So don't think that because they are your friend, they are working together with you, they must just assume a position of friendship. Another thing is, in your workplace or in your school, don't also try to inherit people's friends, you know, because you came and met I started when I was doing my master's. I met our class rep, and I don't know what connection, you know, till today we're friends, very good friends. Something just connected us, you know, and we became friends. We started talking, sharing things, you know.
As we say in Nigeria, your blood agreed.
So I didn't know that some people were angry that, that when did she come? Because I actually came late because my son was in the hospital. So I came late, you know, I resumed late. So it was like, this lady was our friend before she came. She just came and took her away from us. And I didn't even know, because I just connected with her and she connected with me. In fact, she will come and say, Mrs. Amo, you know that this is our car, my car, that's my car, it's our car. And she will say, my driver wait for me, and I'll wait, and we just do. So people were getting angry, and we didn't know until they had to call her to a meeting. So she was like, she's been here on casual level with everybody, but that this woman is her friend. That when she came, something connected them, that they should just leave us alone. They fought it, but there was nothing they could do about it. They had to leave us alone. So sometimes don't try to force friendship to be. If you get close to somebody and the person wants a casual relationship, let them be. Don't think that because you are smiling with somebody, the person should smile with you. The person is obligated to smile with you. No, he's not obligated to smile with you. If you want to smile with somebody, if the person smiles back, fine. You know, so if there are some people who have this gift of friendliness, they can make friends with everybody. They are very easily ahead. They can make friends. And such people, they don't care whether you are their friends or not. But there are some persons who feel that once they try to make friends with you, you must be their friends by force. So don't approach friendship like that. If you approach friendship like that, you will get hurt. You get hurt severally, because as much as you want to be a friend to somebody, that's not how much the person may want to be your friend.
So friendship should be mutual.
It should be mutual.
Yes. Yeah. So you may want to be somebody's friend, but the person is not interested in being your friend.
So allow the person be.
It can't happen.
Yeah.
And somebody may want to be your friend, you are not interested.
Exactly.
And it also can't happen.
Yeah.
So you can't force it.
Yeah.
It has to be mutual. The two people must agree. Okay. So how do you choose your friends?
Well, I think we should start from praying, like I said.
And especially for young people, old people too, we need friends.
We need friends. For young people, we should start from praying.
Yeah.
Ask God to lead you to a friend. I traveled somewhere, and it was a gathering of plenty people. So we were to pair in a room. So there was a lady that was paired with an old woman. And then when we got there, a lady came and begged her I was to pair with the other lady while she will pair with the old woman. So the lady came and begged her that she should allow her pair with the old woman because the old woman's daughter begged her to pair with her. So she now said, so what will happen to me? They discussed it. So she said that she should not bother, she should just enter the room. That after I'm not going to check the manifesto to see who was paired with me. And when we got into the room, you know, she was as if behaving awkward one kind because she was thinking maybe I saw the manifesto to know. So when she came, I welcomed her, we became roommates and we're doing well. After because it lasted a week, we were there for a week. After 3 days, she now said, I thank God though that I'm in this room. If I was in that room with that mama, what would I have done? I was like, which mama? She said, do you know that it was not me and you that were paired? She started telling me the story of what happened. You know, so you should pray. So she said that when she was coming, she had prayed that God, anybody that will give her stress, let her not be paired with her. And look at the person God paired with her now. So friendship, we should pray. Pray, ask God to lead you to people who will help you. Lead you to people you can help. Because sometimes we're very selfish in friendship. We think that because we're looking for friends, we should look for friends who will always help us.
To help us.
We will just sit down and be receiving. There are some friends are hunters. Hunters are people who see things and just destroy it. When a hunter gets a meat, it's hard to finish the life of the meat. While some friends are gardeners, they get a person and they repair the person.
Build the person.
So if you want to be a friend who is a gardener, who want to get a friend who is a gardener, you be a gardener too. Learn to be friendly, learn to build yourself. Don't wait for friends to come and build you. Build yourself to the point that you will be of benefit to whoever is coming into your life. You know, so when you pray, ask God to lead you to the right people. And I know that God will lead you to the right persons. And then when you, like I said, first of all, build your relationship with God, because that's where to begin. Pray, and then build yourself. Build yourself so that when you get close to somebody and the person is not interested, it won't bruise you that much. It will make you feel, oh, somebody has rejected me.
Affect your self-esteem.
Don't let your first self-esteem be determined by the people that comes into your life. Let it be determined by you and your relationship with God. So that when you now eventually enter into friendship, you would have a large heart, an open heart, where you'll be able to make friends without thinking about somebody hurting me, somebody putting me down, and all that.
So what we're saying is, in making friends, first of all, we need to pray.
Yeah.
We need to pray and ask God to lead us to godly friends, people who will be beneficial to us and who will be beneficial to. And then in also, while praying, we should also build ourselves up. Because I think that's a very important point, because sometimes people are looking for friends to complete them.
Exactly.
So we shouldn't do that. We should find who we are, learn to be comfortable in our own skin, be who God has made us to be, and find fulfillment and satisfaction in God. I think those needs that people have generally are needs that God only can feel. No human being can do it for
Exactly.
you. So friends are like maybe icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake.
Yes,
exactly.
Friends are like icing on the cake, but they are not the thing that should
thing.
make you who you are.
Exactly.
So we should take time to grow ourselves, develop ourselves. Maybe in some other episodes we talk about self-development. Yes, talk about self-development. So we should develop ourselves and then pray while we pray for God to give us good friends. So when we're looking for these friends now, we've prayed, we are confident in ourselves, we're not going to feel let down and disappointed or begin to question ourselves, even people are not interested in being our friends. So what do we look out for when we're looking for friends? You've already mentioned earlier that we shouldn't do friendship based on crowd effect, that somebody is this and this person's friend does not mean that that person must also be our friend. Yes. So what do we look out for?
Well, I think there is this point of attraction. When you get into a crowd, there's somebody that comes close. There's somebody in the crowd that
your
finds
blood
you.
agrees.
Yeah. There's somebody in the crowd that actually that you find and finds you. You will just notice something is clicking between you and this person, and the person too will notice it. You both of you may not be able to explain what happened. You know, I think that may be God that is working, but I think also that you will click with somebody if you are not seeing it as one walk, that okay, I'm looking for a friend now, then you put out a binocular lens, you are searching all over the place for the friend.
You should be relaxed and
you
just
are
be
relaxed,
yourself.
you are yourself,
God
you
will
are
bring
in a
friends your way.
place, somebody will click with you. So be relaxed about it. It's not a job that you are training for. You know, like you have built yourself, you are relaxed. Friends will come. You are not about to write a Cambridge exam. You're just about to be friendly and let somebody be your friend. Yeah.
So so no pressure.
No pressure at
No
all.
pressure. So sometimes you may meet somebody for the first time and
that's where the friendship
you people
starts.
start. And then there are some other people too. There are some other people, sometimes the first time you meet each other, you may not even like each other.
Yeah.
But you find out that as you begin to, maybe in the workplace or in church or somewhere where you people meet, as you continue to relate, you find out that it's like we are agreeing.
Yeah.
Yes, and then you now find out that you people may become very good friends.
Yes.
But day one may not have turned out,
Exactly.
you know, like that for you. Okay, now with this, what are some of the qualities that you are looking at as a Christian? Because we're talking with Christians, basically. What are the things we should be looking out for?
The first thing you should look for is a Christian like yourself. Somebody may say, does it mean that if you are not a Christian, then I should not be your friend? I can be your friend, but I don't know, in quotes. If I am looking for a relationship where I need somebody that will complete, that will be there for me, I can't be looking for somebody who is not a Christian. He or she has to be a Christian.
Okay, so in other words, you're looking for somebody who has the same value system with you.
Yes,
okay.
Somebody who, and apart from being a Christian too, I think we should be very careful about doctrines too. You know, I have related with a few persons that we did not agree on doctrine, and so the relationship had to stop because he claims to be a Christian, but she had this weird doctrine, and I felt like, okay, we talked and talked and talked. She got to a point, she told to me that I like you, but this and this and this, no, we can never agree. So I said to her, I can't force you to be my friend, and I cannot change myself just because I want to be your friend. Another thing is that when you are looking for a friend or you want to be a friend to someone, don't seek to make the person you. Allow people around you to be themselves.
Don't try to change anybody.
Love them or be friendly with them the way they are. If you are there are quiet people who are very close to noisy people.
Yep.
There are noisy people who are very close to quiet people. So don't go about trying to change, because that's where you will have crisis. When you are a quiet person, and then the person that you are close to is noisy, and you say you talk too much. Before you know it, the person will leave you alone, because you can't try to change somebody. So just make sure that you are looking for the person that will attract, that you people can relate. You have the same value system. You don't have conflicting doctrinal issues. Because when you have conflicting doctrinal issues, because I believe that the Bible should be our standard as Christians, but different denominations have broken the Bible into different pieces, to the extent that sometimes I'm afraid to be close to some persons because of their doctrines and doctrinal issues. I can relate with you, but when it comes to making friends, I have to be very careful. And then if I have to be very careful with somebody who is a Christian like me, not to talk of somebody who does not even believe in my Christianity. I cannot be saying he is my friend or she's my friend. We're very close, we're sharing things, and then I'm going this way and he's going that way. We may not agree on a lot of things, and it may be an issue later. So you have to go close to people who have the same value system with you, the same, not necessarily the balanced doctrine with you, and it will be of very good help.
Okay, and I think one of the things you have also raised is that if somebody has a character trait or behavior that maybe seems to irritate you, just leave the person alone.
Exactly.
Don't go trying to change anybody, and criticizing and running down people because you want them to be like you. If you feel it doesn't work or it's not working, you don't like how the person is, then leave the person alone.
Exactly.
Like I know I've told somebody told me once before that I make a lot of noise. Me, I know I make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
I talk a lot, and like, you're too noisy. I said, you don't have to be around me.
Exactly.
It's not my force.
Exactly.
If you can't stand my noise, please take a walk.
Yes.
Shift. There are other people who are quiet like you. Me,
noise.
you too, you are too quiet for my liking. I also find you boring. Can you shift?
Exactly.
The person wasn't happy with me, but that's it. You can't run me down because you want me to be like you. I can't be like you.
Exactly.
Me, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made.
Exactly.
Just like you. So if you don't like how I am, as you said, shift. And look for people who are like you, or people who you like the way they are. Yeah.
And that's the importance of building yourself. For many years, I had problems with that because at a point, I almost lost my self-esteem because I talk a lot. I love to talk. So I became friends with a few persons who don't like talking. So every time I talk, they will shut me down. So I will go and pray. In fact, at a point, I was praying. I said, God, deliver me from the spirit of talking. And when I finish praying, when I come out, I will see myself talking again. Until I attended a program where they told me, see, that is you. All you need to do is to watch what you say so that you don't say the wrong things. And if you don't say the wrong things, so anybody who cannot tolerate your talking, let the person go. So when I got my self-esteem back, it's them now that are shifting. When they come and say, you talk too much, I say, you are too quiet. So excuse us, let us face ourselves, those of us who are talking. So even when I get into a gathering, because before I even start to make friends, I will say, you see, me, I'm a talking person. So if you are not if you are not in the talking team, you will not like me. So people will already know that this person, this is who she is. Please don't throw yourself away because you want to please persons who don't want to be your friends.
I remember I also had that problem when I was in the university. At the time, they said the way I talk is not how Christians talk.
Yeah.
That Christians are supposed to be
quiet,
sober, quiet, and all that. So I had to become quiet. I was quiet for like 2 weeks to a month. The most miserable time
of
my life.
Yes.
My God, I couldn't. After a while, I think God just helped me.
Yeah.
He just made me understand that, look, people are different. No two people on planet Earth are exactly the same. And God has made people a range. There's a range. There's no one particular way that people should be. God has created. So that's why there's diversity. So there are some people that are quiet, some people that are a bit quiet, some people are noisy, some people are very noisy. God has made different people in different ways. And this is how God has made you. Because if I would just want to talk. You say I shouldn't talk. I was really miserable. So when I got that understanding, I delivered myself from that bondage. And next time when they came, I said, it's okay. That's how I am. If you don't like me, please.
Shift.
Yes, we don't have to be friends. Just move. There are people who like me. And with my noise, thank God, though, I found that there are people who like me with my noise. When I come, I stay in one place. There are some people who gather around me because they like my gist. So
some people even gave me jobs to do because they know that I can do it because I talk.
So, yes, as you said, so let's accept who we are and let's not try to change people. If we feel that we cannot tolerate certain behavioral patterns in certain people, let's just leave them alone. Let's not try and wreck their self-confidence and who they are. Let's just leave them alone and look for people more like our type and our taste.
Exactly.
What else do we look out for in friends?
We should look out for character. One of the things that I used to say that when you become a Christian, the first thing that changes maybe your habit. You are smoking, you don't smoke again. You are lying, you don't
Things
lie
I used
again.
to do, I do them no more.
But there's this issue about character development, getting rid of anger, getting rid of domineering attitudes, getting rid of all these small character traits that is not pleasing to God. I think we should also look out for those things in people, and we should not look out for them because we want to use it to pull them down. If I must be your friend, if I have to be your friend, I won't say must. If I have to be your friend, there are some characters that I'm able to, especially that are gay, are not. We should, see you. But if you are comfortable among friends who say things, even against Christ, say things of, you sit among your my husband once gave an example that in a couple's room, they were gisting and talking about foolish things about girls. They were just saying a lot of funny things about girls. And then after a while, somebody now said, you mean in this room nobody is a Christian? And all of them are church persons. How can you be making friends with that kind of a person, those kind of people? So you should check out for the way people talk, things that comes out of their mouth.
Character.
The character is very important. We should check out for
But
character.
Now, if the way you have said it, and if we're checking out for character, what you're saying is we should only make friends with perfect people.
Not really perfect. Not perfect people per se. But when I say character, I'm talking about things that are outrightly wrong against scriptures, in people's behavior. Like if somebody has anger issues and we're friends and I've called your attention to it, that look, this anger, why don't you deal with it? And you say, like we're talking about, that's who we are vocal people, and you say, that's who I am, there's nothing I can do about my anger. I have to shift from you. If I'm close to you and everything in skirts you are pursuing, and I talk to you about it, and we're both Christians, and I'm like, and you say, see, man, no be wood, there's nothing I will shift my ground, I will leave you. Because
evil communication corrupts good morals.
So I have to be, those are the kind of things I'm talking about. It's not like you are looking for a perfect person, but we're looking for, even if the person has struggles, let the person be able to admit that this is my area of weakness,
and it's
you help me
to be better.
So those are the things you should look out for when you're looking for a friend.
Okay, so we've talked about mutual attraction. We like ourselves.
Yeah.
We have accepted who we are, and we look at the character of the person. Okay, one more question before we'll go on break. So based on what you have said previously now, it means that people who are not Christians are not, are not followers of Christ or are not growing in Christ. Is it that we can't relate with them, or we shouldn't relate with them? Like Paul says that he's all things to all men. So how do we balance all this?
Like I said from the beginning, friendship is in different stages.
Okay.
There are casual friends, there are intimate friends, there are friends that that somebody I can wake up by 12 midnight and call and say, I'm in trouble, help me. So if you are going to make friends, there are some people who have to be your casual friends. some people call them platonic friends, you know.
No, platonic is that you're not having sex.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know. Okay, yeah. But whatever it is. Okay, friends, just make, you can make friends.
You're not very close.
But you are not very close. As a Christian, you should relate with everybody. You shouldn't keep some people and see some people as if they are. When during my undergraduate, I had a few people that we read together who are Muslims. We read together, we relate. In fact, one of them, anytime we close, I follow her because she lives along my street. And we just, when I went for a conference this year in Adama, I met her. We screamed and we hugged. She's a Muslim. There's nothing wrong with that. But when we're looking for close friends, we have to define it, because we have to be thinking the same way. We have to be thinking, because I cannot stay with my friend that I cannot say, I have a problem, please let's pray.
Okay.
That's the point at which it stands. So I call my friend, I say, pray for me, I'm in this kind of trouble, or give me an advice, I'm in this kind of trouble. I wouldn't expect somebody to give me an advice from an academic point of view or whatever point of view. I would expect the person to be able to use scriptures or godly advice for me. That's why my close friends have to be people that think the same way with me.
Share your value system.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be going on break. And then when we come back, viewers, our lines will be open for your questions, your comments, and your contribution to the conversation. You can also still go to our Facebook page too and drop your comments there. So, break time, and then we'll be back. Welcome back, viewers, from our break. We've been right here at the living room on Ekwa Television talking about friendship. My name again is Amaka Ucheke, and I've been here with IB Namo talking about this very important topic. And we've talked about what a friend is, the qualities we should look out for in a friendship, how to get friends. Importantly, we've raised the fact that you need to pray, first of all, and then you need to develop yourself and find completeness in God. You don't need friends to complete you. God is who you need to complete you. And then the kind of character or qualities you are looking for in a friend. And one of the main issues we raise is the fact that we need people of character, people who have the same value system with us. So on the screen right now is our phone number, so that you could call in to make your comments, to make your contributions. And then you can also still drop your comments also on our Facebook page. So we're back here again talking about friendship. So now this friendship, we've talked about how to make friends, the kind of qualities we look out for in friends. So where do we find these our friends? Where do we find these friends?
Actually, friends are everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere you go, you find friends. In church, in school, at work, in your neighborhood. There are some neighbors who are very close friends, you know. So everywhere that you can actually find friends, everywhere you go.
So keep an open mind.
Keep an open mind, and remove any tribal sentiment, you know, because some people are looking for people from their language, people from their tribe. Some of us have lost, I said I'm from Edo State, but I don't think I have any Edo friends right now. Okay, I can't, okay, maybe those ones that are still there before.
Okay.
But
Your childhood friends.
so I don't know. Maybe because of where I grew up, and then I ended up with a man in Nasarawa State. So I'm not. I don't know about tribalistic
Friendship. I think as Christians, you should keep an open mind.
Keep your
friends
mind,
can come from anywhere,
any tribe.
And then, as Scripture says, and that I have found true in my life.
Yeah.
There are friends that stick closer than brothers. That is, some people will do things for you and like, wow, wow. This person did all this for me, and you are not anywhere related.
Yeah.
You are not from the same tribe. You are not from the same state. But for God, nothing probably would have brought you together. So I think we should all keep an open mind so that you don't lose out on the blessings of friendship
and
that God brings your way because you think they are not
your tribe,
or they are not your social class. That's another problem.
That's what
sometimes.
I wanted to say. Social class. People define friendship with social class. How can I be a friend with this person?
No,
because he's not. We are not on the same level. Your this level you are now, where you don't even know how you go. Some of us don't even know how we got to that level. Some people are in their level because their parents worked hard to get away from that social class that brought them to where they are. So for you to think that you are in a level that somebody should not come close is very wrong.
So we should keep an open mind. Friends can come from any tribe and any race.
Any race.
Yeah, you can have Oyibo friends, white friends, you can have Asian friends, you can have friends from other countries. And within this country, we are like over 200 tribes. So friends can come from anywhere. Let's keep an open mind. God can use anybody to bless you. And truly, if there's a friend that sticks closer than a brother, it's true. There are friends from a totally different tribe that will do things for you that your blood brother will not do for you. It's shocking, but it's only the work of God. It's God who does that. And then let's not also hinder ourselves from benefiting from friendship because of tribe. You say, okay, we're not from the same tribe or social class. Yes, we're talking about social class and background. You can be friends from any social class. Just keep an open mind.
The young people should be told this.
Yeah, keep an open mind.
When you are in the university, stop daggering yourself. Stop feeling big. The person that may help you may be down there. If you keep an open mind,
and you may even be the one to help the person too.
Help the person, you know. One of my daughters said when she got into the university, there was this lady she met. She came from a school of nursing, and came in for direct entry into university. So the lady wasn't doing very well, but her friends, her so-called friends, she loves to cook. So she will cook and pot everywhere. So her friends will come and eat. When they finish eating, they will go and read. Then she will stay and be clearing the plates. So every time when a result of tests are done, and she will just carry her test and be crying that she has failed again. Are they not going to throw her out? Or so she said that was what attracted her to the lady. And then she got close to her that you can do better than this. You graduated from school of nursing. You were passing. Why is it that you came into the university and you cannot pass it? What do you think is the problem? So he said, okay, come, let's be friends. And they became friends. And she when she's going to read, when her friends come and say, you have not cooked, you say, she's not cooking today. We are going to read. So they started going to read. Before you know it, her grades started improving. And that's how they became very close friends. And then they graduated together. She's married now, and she's in the US, so he's in the UK. And, they are still friends till today. But, it took her, she is from a very wealthy family, But it took another person who came, who saw a need, who cared and saw a need in her. So sometimes God may even be opening your eyes to see somebody that you need to help by being friend with the person. Don't shut yourself in or shut yourself out and say, this person, no, this don't answer, I cannot be friend. No, it might be in trying to be friends with the person, you two will get some help that she said she benefited very well. There were times when her allowance had not come, she will bring money, they will eat. She say, how can I be your friend and you don't have food to eat? And they were helping each other, and like that, and they graduated together. So we should have open mind. Don't be too choosy. Set a standard. If somebody does not meet this standard, he can't be my friend.
I remember when I was in the university, a friend of ours was complaining that she didn't have friends, and our other friends. I went home for the weekend, so I wasn't around. So our other friends were like, "What of us? Are we not your friends?" She said, "No." She's talking of her friends like commissioners' children, governors' children, because her father was a big man in the government, had been a big man in the government. So everybody said, "Sorry, we didn't know these were your kind of friends." So everybody gave her space. But unfortunately for her, the type of big friend she was looking for, they were not interested in her. So I think after a while, she started managing us again. So your friends don't have to come necessarily from your social class or your group. What of age? Age may be a factor, may not be a factor. Okay. If there are some persons who love, like if you come from the Yoruba setting, you love to be respected, you love to be called auntie. So you see every other person who is not, even if you senior somebody with like 1 year, you are seeing the person is not calling you auntie, so you can't be their friend. So age should not really be a factor. There are elderly people who have very good friends who are younger persons, and they have related very well. The younger person uses maybe his strength to be of help to the elderly person, and the elderly person uses wisdom to be of help to the younger person. So when you are looking for friends, in fact, for me, it is even good if you can have a balance. You have some to this side and some to this side, and then some within your age range. Yeah. I think I after having read some things and looked at certain things, I've also been deliberate about having friends across age groups. So I have, they may not be my closest friends, but I have friends who are older. As you said, they come with a lot of wisdom. They come with a lot of insight. And I also have friends who are younger, much younger. There are a couple of people who are my friends' children who have now become my own friends. We are friends in our own rights, aside from their parents. Then I also have made friends with very small children, under 10s, those usually are my church friends. After service, some of them come and greet me, we will gist, and I find it very interesting because even at that age, they have a very interesting perspective to life. And I found that relating with those young children also helps me not to take myself too seriously.
Exactly.
Because they don't take you seriously. Like one of them has asked me some time ago that, "Auntie, can you read?" I was like, wow, what kind of question is that? I said, "Yes, I can read." She goes, "So who taught you?" I said, "My teachers and my parents." She said, "That's very good." I'm like, look at this small girl. She's praising me that I know how to read. Of course, what was she expecting? But I realized that as a child, they don't take you seriously. They are not intimidated by you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so sometimes we need that also in our lives so that we don't take ourselves too seriously. You can see yourself from another person's eyes.
They can challenge you.
Yes.
One of them I've asked you before, "Mommy, have you ever failed exams?"
Good.
I did. Then I said yes. He said, "So did your mommy beat you when you failed?" I was like, okay, I was a big girl when I failed, so my mommy did not beat me. Okay, so she kept quiet, but I think maybe she failed at one point and mommy beat her. So sometimes just make friends, old, your age, younger, just
across board.
Yes, across board.
Okay, so well, we're running out of time soon, but what in these friendships now, so what do? We say we have friends. So what is friendship all about? What are we doing with ourselves? You are now my friend. So what goes on in the relationship? And while we're talking about that, viewers, please, our phone number is still on the screen. Call us. We want to hear from you.
Friendship should be for time. It should be for all times. Times of needs, times when you are even happy, you reach out to your friends, times when you want to talk, you look for somebody you want to talk with, times when you want to even give out, you look for people to give out. Your friends, you remember that one of my friends that every time my daughter wants to give out, I say, she has daughters. Why don't you take your clothes to them? And anytime she sees me with a bag, you say, hey, our girl has come again, So we're close friends with her. So she knows that my daughter's clothes will always hand down because I have only one daughter. She doesn't have any younger one to hand to. So her children became her younger sister by that extension. So friendship is for all round. It's for, and in friendship, we should learn to share our joys, our sorrows. We should also learn to give a time to ourselves, but we should be careful about that, because sometimes if we're not careful, we will take out the time that we're supposed to use for something important, and we will give all of it to friends. My friend said we should travel, and then you close down every other thing you are doing, your business, your work, and you travel with your friend, maybe just to go and party and come back. Let's be very careful. We should be deliberate about what we do with our friends, and that's why we need to work on ourselves. And the issue of boundaries too. Maybe when we begin to talk about making friends with the opposite sex, we'll be talking about setting boundaries. Even with your friends, your same gender friend, there are some things that you will tell your friends, sorry, I don't do this one. Sorry, this type, I can't participate in it. If your friend is a society person, maybe she loves to go to all the Owambes, and you are not the type that likes all the Owambes.
She wants you to buy all the
ashwebis.
And your budget.
And please do not at any point go out of your way to do something that you are not capable of because your friend is doing it or your friend wants you to do it. It is very wrong. Do things within your means. When we say set boundaries, it's not just about maybe sexual boundaries and all. Even boundaries of budgeting, boundaries. This one,
I can't.
It's not in our budget, in our family.
Because I think sometimes people just want to make
your
friends
happy.
So you to your own detriment.
Yeah.
So as you said, draw the boundaries. When they want you to do something that is outside your family budget, you said, I'm sorry, I can't afford it. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to balance your time. Because I remember I know somebody who was having problems in her marriage because of her friend. The husband felt she gives more attention to her friends than the family. And in some ways, at the time, I agreed with the husband because the friend, sometimes, first thing Saturday morning, she's on her way to her friend's house. I'm like, Saturday, you used to cook now, you used to clean the house, you need to prepare everybody for the week.
Yeah.
And you go and spend the whole day at your friend's house and they abandon your family. So at the time, they were having problems because the husband kept complaining.
Does your friend come to spend time in your own house?
Nope.
Oh.
And I think, with that question you asked too, we should also try to maintain a balance in our friendships.
Exactly.
You can't be in a friendship where you are the only one giving.
Exactly.
Giving of your time, giving of your resources, and the other person will not budge.
That's why I said some friends are hunters.
Yeah, you have issues, the person cannot turn up for you. They can't come to your own house. Like I used to tell my son, there was a time he had, there's this particular classmate of his, once he comes for holidays, he's in that boy's house. After a while, I said, you're not going there. He wasn't happy with me. I'm like, why can't he come and visit you
too?
Is our house smelling? Yes, we may not be as rich as they are, but he's your friend. Even if you live in a thatched hut, he should have accepted you. Because I think that's what friends are all about. I remember one time I went to visit a friend of mine. We used to be friends in the university, but now many years later, I was in a city where she lived, and I decided to go see her. Maybe financially she hasn't done so fantastically, and she was like kind of embarrassed, explaining, apologizing about everything. Oh, sorry, we don't have this. Sorry, this is not like this. After a while, I said, look.
That's not why I
Stop
came.
it. I came, you didn't force me to come here. I have called you my friend. I said, if I come to your house, if you are sleeping on the floor, I'll sleep on the floor with you because you are my friend. You know, I don't need you to live in luxury to be my friend. If you're on the floor, if it's Gary you are drinking, we will drink it together. We will try to encourage ourselves to improve better, to improve our lives. But where you are at, I will accept you the way you are. So please, stop apologizing. Stop going out of your way to buy things that you can ill afford because you want to entertain me and make me happy. Just be yourself. If I've come to visit you, and that's what I tell people, if I've come to visit you, be yourself. That thing people eat it. If I'm interested, I will eat with you. If I'm not hungry, though, it's okay. Don't feel bad. But don't, because I came to your house, you now want to be drinking malt, which you normally have not been drinking. No, it doesn't make sense. That's not friendship. I don't think my being friends with you should make your life uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Yes, you should be yourself, and we should aim to help ourselves be better versions of ourselves. Okay, what else are we doing as friends?
We can learn from each other actually as friends. I've learned a lot from a few of my friends, you know. Wait, let me just, I didn't tell her I was going to say this. You know, before now, I used to think that the life of a doctor is around the hospital. They don't have time for family.
Wow.
But when I met her, and I saw the way she handled both family and working, I said, wow, this is a new perspective. I think I even thought that I was encouraging some people, please don't allow your children to be doctors, though, because
they won't have time
for family.
Yeah.
But, you know, now I've learned that it is you who creates time. It is not about your profession. You know, I think that's, for me, it's a learning. And those are some of the things we do. We learn from each other. If I cannot learn anything if I've been your friend for 4-5 years and I cannot learn anything from you, I beg. That friendship, you know, they work. Please, we should learn from each other, and we should learn to, we should learn to share new experiences and new ideas. If I stumble on an idea that is of blessing to me, I should share with a friend. Some people like keeping their thing to themselves. You know, I met someone who learned a new recipe in one, and I was saying, hey, teach me this recipe. He said, no, this recipe, no. I had to go and learn that recipe from somewhere. And then I made it and I gave it to her. She said, you know how to do this? I said, you refuse to teach me, and I have learned it. So we should learn from each other. Friendship is about give and take. Like you said, you shouldn't be the only giver or the only taker. Yeah,
I know, like, for the young people, there's so much you can learn from your friends. Like for me, in university, relating with my friends, I learned how to cook things in different ways. Yeah. You know, sometimes you think that the way your mother cooks is the final, is the all in all. But I learned relating from friends, different soups. I found out that there's a different approach to one soup. There are different ways. Egusi soup, there are like 3, 4, 5 ways to make egusi soup.
Of course.
And relating with my friends, I pick this, and I come out with a better outcome than what I learned from the house. How to keep a home, how to raise children, discipline issues. For students, how to study. And you find out that your friend has a different way they study, and they have better outcomes than just the way you have been doing. That's one of the things I tell my children. I said, this your friend seems to be doing well in school. Why don't you find out from them how they are studying, what they are doing, what is making them be so successful in their academics? That's a way, you know, to learn. But if you have a friend who, when he wants to read,
you will not want
you want you to follow him. If you ask questions, he say, I don't know it. I didn't read it. No. That's not a friend. So we can learn things from each other, and friendship should be building us up. So it's not just gathering together to gossip, but to...
That is not even friendship, that is gossipship.
Okay, we'll continue further on this discussion next time we're here. Viewers, thank you so much for sticking with us till this time, though none of you called in, but we'll continue to talk, and we hope next time you'll call in. Ivy, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything we have discussed. And viewers, we hope that we'll make better friends. We will understand what it really means to be a friend, and you will not just be a taker, hunter, but you also be a gardener. You bless other people as you want them to bless you. I think the Bible says that he who wants friends must first show himself friendly. So you too have to be friendly. Young people too. We've talked about how to make friends. So we don't expect that you have bad friends that lead you in the wrong path, but we'll have friends that will lead you in the correct path, in the way of the Lord. That's with your friends. Iron will sharpen iron, and you'll be all that God wants you to be. So God bless you as you continue being good friends and looking out for the good friends God brings our way. Till we'll come again your way next time at the living room, right here on Equa Television. Bye, and God bless you.